Kerri.
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to know why people like Honorable Justice Murray Sinclair and people like Nepinak are saying that CFS gives there's financial incentive for CFS to take children away from their families, and why that is and what you're doing about it.
Well, we're doing a lot of things about it. What we want to do, the first thing that you need to know is family services and child protection is about the safety of children. So we have frontline workers that are going into homes providing support, looking at prevention initiatives, and when that can't be assured the safety of a child, then we need to make sure that we have other actions that we have to take. That has to be the last resort.
Then why are there such wide margins?
I'll finish my conversation.
Okay.
So what we're doing right now, I'm sure you heard about the customary care initiative that we're doing. Yes, and so that is very significant about community members coming together with agencies and authorities, as well as the chiefs and council, and making those decisions, what's in the best interest of those children. So that is significant. We have a good relationship with many of the First Nations leaders. You will have seen that they were standing with us during that announcement.
Yeah, handshake and smile. But look, when there's 90% of children in care that are First Nations, how do you justify the fact that there's only 11.1% of the province is First Nations, but there's close to 90% of children in care are First Nations?
This is not a justification, but there are consequences and traumas that have happened for generations. Residential schools, the 60 scoop,
and
colonization.
And now CFS.
What we are seeing are the consequences of that. And what you see this government doing every day is to work with First Nations leadership to make a difference. And that happens by more jobs and opportunities for people, education opportunities.
Working with First Nations elders doesn't change the fact that the children are getting taken away, and we look at the fact that close to 60% of the children that come out of care as adults become homeless and
I'm
end
prepared
up on
to
the
have
street.
a conversation with you, but I don't want to disturb the rest of the guests, okay? So we can talk.
You know what's disturbing is all the children that are being taken away and their lives are being ruined, and then they end up in gangs, they end up on drugs, they end up abused, they end up killed, murdered,
But we also
missing.
need to make sure that we're providing safety for children, and those are the initiatives that we're doing. So thank you very much for coming today. It's very nice to see you.
Sorry, I can't shake your hand.
That's fine. You don't
I'm not
have
going
to. Very nice to see you.
Miss Irvin-Ross, you remember me?
Yes, we saw each other. Yes.
Hi.
Yes.
Looking good, actually.
Thank you.
And I'm here to just ask you a question. I've been trying to follow. Excuse me, I'm not sure. Sorry. I'm just here to ask you a question. I've been trying to follow up with your office, as you know, and I would like to know what's being done regarding my case and my children.
I cannot speak to the specifics of your case.
I'm Miss Irvin-Ross.
We don't make decisions in this office around what happened to people's children.
No, I would never had a child apprehended, Miss Irvin-Ross. I'm asking about who is actually going to help me in regards to. I'm a former foster parent, and CFS came into my home and arrested my 12-year-old child for a crime he did not commit and put him through torture. He's seeing a psychologist. And who do I talk to who is going to make this right? Because this is heartbreaking. To stand in a courtroom with your child who's an honor student, who's an innocent child, and then when charges were stayed because the judge said this was ridiculous, CFS pursued him like an animal and wanted his name in the child abuse registry until the judge said enough and put a stop to it. And this is not only personal. This is my son, my baby. And
who wasn't even in the country at the time that this thing happened.
Well, I can't speak to the specifics of it. I know as a mother. Well, I think it's the justice system that, and you told me that the justice system. You know, the judge stood up for your son and made some significant changes.
Ross, we lost our home because we had to pay for a lawyer and everything else. We lost everything.
I'm sorry to hear
And we
that.
were falsely accused of crimes. I have a record, and I've never in my life done anything wrong. My husband too. And my husband's about to go through a trial in March after 3 years with the charges stayed because they are also trying to put him in the child abuse registry for something he didn't do. And this is hanging over our heads, and we just want to see the best out of our lives, and we want our home back.
Thank you.
This man's son is dead because of this system.
And talking to
Try justifying that to him.
Guests that are coming here to
we can take your information.
You're welcome.
You guys always say this and nobody does anything.
Well, thank you for coming.
Every single time.
We
Every single time.
every single case that's brought to us.
Oh, really? Who are you?
It's done well. her former special assistant and now her policy analyst.
We've been doing this for 2.5 years now, and we haven't gotten a single thing. We've been told the same thing you just told us, time and time again. Nothing ever comes of it, ever. So I want to know if you're making these kind of commitments, is it a commitment, and do you promise that we can meet with Kerri Irvin-Ross at a later time, off camera, but be able to sit down and speak with her?
Are you able to do this off camera?
Oh yeah, of course we are.
This isn't about
That-
publicity,
that
this
a
is
dig?
about getting answers.
Is that
You
a
just want to
dig?
talk. I mean,
We're
you're,
on
No, I just, it's
you're
just
giggling.
No,
we don't
no,
mind
I'm not giggling. I'm
we
just
don't
saying
mind the
that
cameras.
this is a
we
very
we don't mind the cameras.
confrontational way to approach.
You know
Of
what?
course, it's the only
So-
way.
better
really
way?
difficult
If you don't
for us.
answer emails and phone calls, what else do you expect? People have to speak to. We are.
Yeah.
We're paying your salary, ma'am, and basically we are the people